Hi spiritual warriors, today we're going to talk about spiritual narcissists and how they use spiritual concept to manipulate and mislead others. So who are spiritual narcissists? Spiritual narcissists are people who use spirituality and spiritual concepts to mislead others, to manipulate others, and they use it as a source to boost their ego, to feel superior from the rest of us, to feel special about them. They are the ones who say that they are the chosen ones, the special ones to save the world. Okay? So spiritual narcissists also use spiritual concept to justify their toxic behavior and to invalidate other people's feelings. Okay, to gaslight others, to make people doubt their intuition. As we know, the path of spirituality is to know the truth, to realize the true self, to have this true self-realization, to understand the truth. However, a spiritual narcissist is not interested to understand the truth or to have any sort of self-awareness, because they are more interested to use the spirituality as a badge of honor, as a badge of achievement and accomplishment, to make themselves superior than the rest of us. They look at it as a competitive endeavor. Alright, they compete with others. They want to see who is more spiritually awakened, and they are extremely jealous of people who are genuinely awakened. These are the people who goes and bullies them. Bullies people who are genuinely awakened, genuine seekers, they go and bully them. They use the spiritual concept to bully those people, to pull them down. Okay, these people, they have no compassion. As we know that path of spirituality is about having a lot of compassion, empathy, true love. However, these people do not have any of this criteria. They pretend to have compassion, they pretend to be kind, they pretend to have this humility. They have this fake humility. Okay, in order to look that they are more evolved than you. They use spiritual concept to degrade, judge and criticize others from a place of superiority complex, of self-righteousness. They twist the spiritual concept, they twist the spiritual genuine concepts and words to justify their toxic behavior and to use it as a weapon against you, to gaslight you, to manipulate you. Now let's get into the three biggest examples on how spiritual narcissists misuse these concepts to manipulate you. Now, another thing I would like to stress, not everyone who misuses spiritual concepts are spiritual narcissists. There's another group of people who misuse spiritual concept out of ignorance, out of lack of self-awareness. These people might have genuine good intention, but they misunderstood those concepts and mislead others due to unconsciousness. Okay, they do it unconsciously, do it out of ignorance. However, a spiritual narcissist mislead others and misuse this concept in order to manipulate you, in order to justify their toxic difference. That's the difference. Now let's get into the example. Now the first example is how a spiritual narcissist share only half-truth. Most spiritual narcissists, they do not like to share with you the truth. They will only share with you half-truth, especially related to spirituality. For example, okay, before that, I would like to say that a spiritual narcissist, they love to accumulate knowledge. They love to read all the spiritual texts, all the spiritual books. Okay, not to understand the truth, not to have a self-awareness, but to make them look superior, to use it to degrade others. There are some genuine seekers who love to seek knowledge, but they do not manipulate others. They have this true intention to know the truth. Okay, so spiritual narcissists, they will share with you half-truth. For example, let's say they learned about third eye awakening from a genuine teacher. Let's say, for example, there's 10 steps that the teacher shared with them, the genuine teacher shared with them. 10 steps to awaken your third eye. Now, this spiritual narcissist, they will conduct a course based on the knowledge that they've learned, or they will share this information in YouTube or books, etc. They will only share 8 steps. I told you that they learned 10 steps, am I right? Now they'll only share the half-truth. They'll only share the 8 steps and will deliberately hide the last 2 steps because they are the most important steps in that course. They will withhold the important information from you in order to manipulate you, mislead you, control you. If they are a spiritual narcissist teacher, they do it in order to make you dependent on them forever. They don't want you to be awakened. Now, what happens if you attend their course? Since they have shared 8 genuine steps, you might feel some positive changes in the beginning, temporarily, some peace, something like that. But you will never awaken your third eye because they have withheld the most important information from you. They shared the half-truth with you. Or they might have changed some information from those 10 steps and shared the false information with you. This is how they mislead you and control you. They want you to be dependent on them forever. Now let's look at the second example. Second example is toxic positivity. Now let's use 2 examples, 2 philosophies or 2 teachings. For example, the forgiveness concept. These people will use this forgiveness concept against you. Forgiveness concept is beautiful. It's life-changing. It can liberate you from your misery. However, now spiritual narcissists will use it against you to justify their toxic behavior. Let's say you are confronting them about their abusive behavior. They will say that you need to forgive, you need to let go of my mistake, you need to forgive and forget. They will brainwash you using that concept. And they'll say that if you not forgive, you are not spiritual enough, you are not evolved enough, you need to do more inner work. Or they will use fear to manipulate you. You will go to hell, or you will not be spiritually awakened, you will be left out. They'll use fear to emotionally blackmail you. Let's see another concept. Be in the present moment. Do not focus on your past. This is a beautiful teaching which can change our life. However, a narcissist will use it against you. Let's say you're confronting something that they have done to you. They will say, stop focusing on the past. Be in the present moment. Now, if you have made a mistake, let's say you have made a mistake, they will use the similar forgiveness concept and being in the present concept against you. They will use it as a weapon against you. They will say, I will forgive you, but I will never forget whatever you've done. Now, it is true, it will be great if they truly forgive you. And yes, we should not forget whatever someone has done because we need to learn our mistake. However, a spiritual narcissist use it to punish you, to give you a silent treatment, to indirectly abuse you, to make you feel inferior about yourself, to make you feel not good about yourself, to criticize you, and they enjoy this abuse. Okay? Let's look at the last concept, shadow work, or the concept of projection. This is a beautiful teaching which has transformed my life. Let me explain to you how it works. So projection here means the relationship that you have with the world is a reflection of relationship that you have with your true self. For example, if you're constantly drawn to people who constantly neglect your needs, neglect your emotions, it means you have to question yourself, in which ways are you neglecting your own needs, your own emotion, your own intuition? Because when you're constantly neglecting your own emotion and needs, maybe it's because of past childhood trauma where your parents have been constantly neglecting your emotions and you started to think that that's the right way to treat yourself. So subconsciously, you have programmed yourself to believe that you're unworthy of any attention or affection. Therefore, you attract people and are drawn to people who confirm that belief. This concept had transformed my life, healed my life. I'm happy and peaceful today because of this teaching. However, a spiritual narcissist will use it against you. They will say, let's say you are confronting your spouse. You're telling them that you are not spending much time with me, you are neglecting my needs, neglecting my emotions, you're not spending much time with me. They will immediately use this concept against you. They will say, see, you're misinterpreting my action. This is a reflection, a projection of your own lack of self-care and self-love. You're projecting your own lack of self-love onto me. You're misinterpreting. You're being too needy. Now, even a genuine teacher can use this concept, but they know how to use it in the right context. Okay, and it's difficult to differentiate between these both people, between a genuinely awakened teacher and a spiritual narcissist, because two extremes usually look similar. I spoke about it in my previous post. Okay, so this spiritual narcissist will take advantage of you. They will use this concept against you, manipulate you, and many of them will take advantage of your money, take advantage of your services, make you do services for them in the name of karma yoga. Karma yoga is a great thing, but these spiritual narcissists will use it against you to take advantage of you, to make you constantly dependent on them, so that they constantly get this narcissistic supply to feel special, appreciated, and take advantage of your money and services. A true spiritual teacher always makes you feel empowered. They don't make you feel inferior. Spiritual narcissists might not tell you directly that you're inferior compared to them, but they will make you feel indirectly. A true spiritual teacher make you feel empowered, connect to your true self. They will tell you that they are your guide, but you and your true self are your biggest authority. They will guide you back to your internal self, to do your inner work. They will never expect you to be constantly dependent on them. You will feel free, liberated, and empowered with a true teacher, a true spiritual teacher. Now, a spiritual narcissist can be anyone. They can be your parents, they can be your teachers, they can be your friends, they can be your romantic life partners, anyone. But a spiritual narcissist teacher, a spiritual teacher who is a narcissist, is extremely dangerous. So I've shared more in the description, more examples in the description. Please read the description, please read the caption, and let me know about your experience and opinion. Thank you.